Hello everybody, welcome back to Scottish Gaming Rebels. I'm the host of the most, DogofDeath. Now, the other day we had a bit of a glitch and we lost some of the footage, and yesterday the audio just didn't work for some reason. So this is my third attempt on making this video, so I really hope you enjoy this. Today's review is on Rainbow Six Extraction. Now with that, let's just crack on. Now this game, as you may already know, is from Ubisoft, the company that keeps dropping Far Cry and Assassin's Creed games like their breadcrumbs. Well, here's the difference. Rainbow Six is an actual all-round game, and yes, a lot of people will play it for a while, get bored, and not come back for months. But in fact, the player base on Rainbow Six Siege is constantly higher than most other AAA titles. Plus, as most do, they might stop playing for a bit, then a new update comes out and bang, they're back again. The size of the game on Xbox Series S is 46.6GB, and on PlayStation 5 it is around the same. To be honest, with the size you would expect in a less visually good looking game, but again, the size seems to do nothing with the graphics, and as the gameplay shows, it handles just the same as Rainbow Six Siege, and even manages to give us something that other AAA titles don't have the leanability, aka Battlefield 2042. Now, with the settings, they haven't really changed these from Siege, but also if you've played Siege and forgot how to change your settings or what you had them at before, you will in fact be like us, and to be honest, even with that it still feels good. Now this was released on Game Pass on Xbox and PC on day one as a standard edition. The Ultimate and Legendary games you can get from the stores on your respected consoles, with the price of Xbox and PC being around £55 and PlayStation being around the same. These bundles offer you all these, and in my opinion are quite cheap compared to every other new release that's just come out. My reason for saying this is because every other game can stretch up to £80 just for standard edition and £130 for other editions, which I find very good that the game's relatively cheap. Now let's talk about the actual gameplay and what it takes to make this a contender for the AAA title. This game runs incredibly smooth in my opinion, and was actually complete when they released it, unlike most other new games. Vanguard. I was expecting the game to feel completely different to what it feels like. I actually thought the mechanics would be different as well, but to my surprise and kind of disappointment, it quite literally felt like I was playing a remastered version of Rainbow Six Siege. So this game is exactly what I want in a AAA title. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best AAA games that has been released because of all the previously stated reasons. Now with the above, let's look at the pros and cons of this game. Will this give us the same buzz as Rainbow Six Siege, or will it be an absolute letdown? This will also be my opinion on the game. Let's start off with the cons of the game. Get rid of the manky, rotten, bad stuff first that no one wants. First off, if you're a turning player from Rainbow Six Siege or you have a Ubisoft account, none of your settings save. This includes privacy and just general game settings, such as sensitivity, colourblind settings, audio settings and more, which for some people it's no hassle, but for people like me that forgot all their settings, it is very annoying to say the least. Then there's the fact if you lose health and get healed, the health you receive doesn't stay, which in my opinion is incredibly annoying. Because for example, if you get knocked down to 5 or even 2 HP and there's a conveniently placed medkit, or your teammate is a healer, you get healed just to find out that the health that you receive runs out after a while and you'll be back at 5 HP all over again. I for one absolutely despise this filter, as it's annoying and makes some operators pretty much useless, like Finker or Doc for example. Next up, if your operator takes damage in a game but you still survive with the operator you were using, you can no longer use until his or her health is completely restored. Which I get, yeah, it's realistic, but it's incredibly annoying. The only way to restore their health is by successfully exfilling, but depending on how much your operator was damaged, this can take up to 2, maybe 3 games at a time, which can be very annoying. Now, on to the pros, or the good things about the game, the things that people enjoy about the game. First up, the fact that you don't have to buy operators with renown anymore is absolutely amazing, because instead of wasting renown, you simply just level up in game and you receive operators that way. Next up, once you've used an operator and successfully completed a game, your operator levels up along with you, which helps you unlock new uniforms and headgears and strengthens the operator's ability, like Lion for example. Once you have leveled him up, his EE1D's range substantially goes up, which makes it a lot better and makes it able to detect enemies at a further distance, which is incredibly helpful. Now we have the tokens you receive after games. If you successfully exfil, you get 1 token, which can be used to buy new gadgets and armour, such as self-revives, impact grenades, ammo pouches and even scan mines. Here's my just general opinion on the game. So this, I haven't practiced this, so this is probably going to be terrible, but oh well, it'll probably be funny. So here, the game can be quite repetitive at times, but if you take like a day break or so and you go back to it, you're actually happy playing it again, which is what I want in a game. I don't want it to be like Warzone for example, that is incredibly repetitive. Or Fortnite. I know there is some people that really enjoy Fortnite and Warzone. I enjoy Warzone like quite a bit, but I'm not too big. I'm not too keen on Fortnite. But that's just a whole other video, right? Like Warzone, for example, I have to take up to a week break at a time just to go back to the game and have fun on it again. Warzone is very repetitive, and I'm stuttering a lot because I haven't done that. I haven't wrote this down, so I'm stuttering quite a bit. But oh well, it's probably funny to you. So there's that. But yeah, this game I really enjoy. The only factor is that I don't enjoy, and I've already discussed this, is getting damaged and healing and the health not staying. I really hate that, and it gets in my nerves so much, because if I get hit by those stupid alien things that shoot at you, which I absolutely despise, because they're incredibly annoying, but one hit off of them does a substantial amount of damage, and the fact that this is as if they're shooting a machine gun at you, so it's like very fast shooting, and they're quite strong as well. They're quite hard to defeat. But yeah, if one of them shoots at me, I kill it, and I'm knocked down to 5 HP. As I've already mentioned, I get healed, and then it runs out, which is absolutely. I'm not even gonna. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But aside from that, I really enjoy this game. This is one of the best games, in my opinion, that has been released since, well, for the past couple of years. It is functional, and it's just come out as well. Because most other games like Battlefield 2042 or Vanguard, when they were released, they were nowhere near complete. They were buggy, they were glitchy, just everything was wrong with them. But this game was actually released fully finished. Well, not fully finished, but it's closer to finished than finished is. I don't even know what I just said there, but oh well. But yeah, this game, incredibly fun, because it almost gives me the same buzz as playing Call of Duty Zombies, and that is something, because I thought no game would be able to give me the same buzz as Call of Duty Zombies ever has, because that's amazing. But there's my opinion. You can leave your opinions in the comments and I'll read them. So yeah, there's my opinion. Let's move on to the fact that you actually start off with good operators as well. Doc, Ella, Pulse, Alibi, Finca, Habana, Lion, Sledge and Vigil. I'll state their abilities here for anyone who doesn't know. Doc's ability is a healing gun. You can revive down teammates with, or just give them a little health boost if they're running a bit low. The health you give them, however, doesn't stay, which we've already stated. Ella's ability is mines that stun enemies for a short period of time. These can be quite useful depending on the task at hand. Pulse's ability is a heartbeat detector that can detect enemies through walls at a short distance, which is useful for stealth in my opinion. Alibi's ability is a prisma that throws decoys and attracts enemies to the area, which could be also useful for stealth or purely just to distract the enemies. Finca's ability is an adrenaline surge, which boosts your health and revive down teammates with ease. Habana's ability is a hard breach, which destroys walls. Lion's ability is a motion detector and detects all enemies at a short distance. This distance can be upgraded, however, if you level Lion up, which we have also already stated. Sledge's ability is a sledgehammer that knocks down any soft walls or doors, which is quite useful. And finally, Vigil. His ability is to be invisible to cameras and undetected by enemies, so long as you're not too noisy. That was a mouthful and a half. Jeebs, man. There are more operators, but they are yet to be unlocked. You unlock more by leveling yourself up, which is different to Rainbow Six Siege, which we have already discussed. So with that, I would say my final rating on this game is a solid 9.5 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you could leave a like and maybe subscribe on the video. See you soon in the next video. SGR, over and out.